Here's the test. All right, we're looking for what kind of weather conditions for the Tropo to form between two stations.
Hot and miserable.
Yeah, hot, dry, and no wind, or very little wind. We see no real difference if we're taking off and maybe going through a cloud layer like we have today, but it would be much more effective if we had a day where it's just, that junk hanging on the horizon. You go, whoa, that looks terrible. No, it's wonderful. Get on your radio and start talking VHF and UHF. So this is all neat stuff, and you don't have to go out and buy any DSP or anything else to get started. You just need to explore more with your squelch off. Try the weather channels. The weather channels are always real good ones to try and get. And once you have one coming in that you've never heard before, stick around, and they're talking about weather in Galveston, Texas, and you go, wow, I'm picking up a signal 1,000 miles away. So neat stuff out there. So the weather is everything on 2 meters and 440. Yes, sir?
In Oklahoma, we have big thunderstorms. Point being at the big thunderstorms, and you can work one here.
Very good point. Comment was, with a thunderstorm, what will that do? Many times a cold front coming down, bumping into a high pressure system, will create a mirror-like line, and sometimes you can get a signal for 800 and 900 miles just skirting along that incoming low-pressure system. But it won't last long. Talk quick, because as it slides down, the path is beginning to close. So while it works, the subsidence tropo is the best one, but you're absolutely correct. Yes, sir?
Is there a certain call frequency for tropospheric ducting?
The question is there a call frequency? You know, I wish there was. The beacons require horizontal polarization for most of the country, and they're down on the 144.275 to 144.300. But you need a sideband rig to be able to hear them. For the rest of them, I would just suggest tuning around the 2 meter band and just listening for a little bit of quieting. And the tropospheric duct, as you heard on the audio, is not one like sporadic E. How many have worked 2 meter or 6 meter sporadic E? Yeah, that's big, it's real strong. Yeah, we're located, and your signal is one of the, it goes up and down. And of course, the real information they want to give you is always when it's down here. But tropospheric ducting will build and will stay in anywhere from 1 or 2 hours. And like a garden hose that is just working back and forth, it might be here where we are in Quartzfest, Arizona, but then it might sweep a little bit to the east, and now Phoenix and other stations are hearing, whoa, man, we're hearing in Texas, they're coming in loud and clear. We don't hear squat. But later on, we're hearing Texas and Louisiana on a local FM repeater that, for strange reason, in July on a hot day is coming in here. And Phoenix says, I don't hear anything. So don't be surprised during tropo ducting that someone 30 or 50 miles away will say, oh, man, booming in. You don't hear squat. And then a few minutes, well, maybe an hour later, you begin to hear that signal build. So the tropo is not up and down. It'll slowly build, but like a garden hose, unattended, it just sort of spraying back and forth very, very slowly. And that tropo duct will last generally 2 to 3 days, but we've had some last for a week. Randy, how are you?
Good. So you ever hear any FM commercial, radio stations on the, the 88 to 108?
Yes,
band?
88 to 108 is affected by tropospheric ducting, and that is a very good point. So if you have a FM radio in your vehicle, dial around, play analog, and see what an FM station sounds like. Yes, sir?
I live in the Rocky Mountain States. What can I expect? Rocky Mountain States. You live in the Rocky Mountain States.
Okay, Rocky Mountain States.
Yep.
And do you have a good shot in one direction or the other? You have hills all around you.
Probably north, south.
Okay, north and south,
Yeah.
then that's your path.
Okay.
You probably won't, I can't get a signal over Tracy's mountain. I asked him to move it, but no, he's not going to move his mountain.
The permit was really
Yeah.
10 years.
But yes, if you have hills on each side, the Tropo probably won't go up and over, although in San Francisco, Lake Tahoe area, with huge mountains in between that and the Bay Area, was able to hear Tropo on a real big Hawaiian opening. So sometimes via knife edge diffraction, the signal makes its way over. But your best probably going to be north and south. So I'd like to welcome all of you to Quartzfest 2020. Chris and Lynn have done such a great job, but you know, the real job getting done is by all of you showing up and pitching in. Maryland, W6MCJ and team has a wonderful gold prospecting event going on, and I'm going to bury 2 mercury dimes. So if you have a metal detector, or you're good at looking at the ground and poking with a screwdriver, be sure and come on over, watch Marilyn show you how to pan for gold, and then I'll do a little metal detecting and see if you can find 2. And you get to keep them. Look at Randy, he's going, yeah. 2 mercury dimes that are older than I am. And you've got to be old to be older than I am. So everyone have a great week at Quartzfest, and take part in everything, and I'll hear you Tropo ducting. Probably not from Southern California, although sometimes we can squeak a signal through the pass to get here. So 73, see you at 10:30 down at Area 3, just right around the corner down the way by the big screen. Thanks, Tracy.